If you use Notepad++, you need to hear this. Notepad++ has millions of users worldwide, including developers, IT professionals, and security researchers. And I'm certain quite a few of you listening to this right now have it installed on your machine. Anyways, it seems that Chinese state-sponsored attackers hijacked the Notepad++ system for 6 months from June through December of last year. Notepad++, I know, is nothing sacred. Yeah, this is a textbook supply chain attack, folks. Compromise the trusted source and users will install the malware themselves. And that's what basically happened. They compromised the hosting provider and used it to deliver malware to specific targets through what seemed like legitimate software updates. They also used Microsoft's own Warbird obfuscation technology to hide the malware, making it incredibly difficult to detect. So difficult to detect that it took literally half a year before anybody caught on. And this wasn't a spray and pray attack either. Not everybody updating Notepad++ got the payload. The attackers were selective in choosing high-value targets and delivering payloads only to them. So, if you're using Notepad++, please make sure you're running the latest version and check that your downloads are coming from the official source. Yeah, the old adage continues to be true, folks. Trust but verify, even with your text editor. Moving on to our next story. French police just raided Elon Musk's X headquarters in Paris, and the charges are quite serious. The French cybercrime unit is investigating X for algorithm manipulation, illicit data extraction, and complicity in spreading child sexual abuse material and sexualized deepfakes created by their own AI tool, Grok. Now, unlike other publicly available AI models, Grok has very few guardrails. Users have been generating deepfake images including explicit content of real people without their consent. French prosecutors are saying X isn't just hosting this content, they're complicit in its creation and spread through Grok and their algorithm. Unlike previous legal issues with social networks, this isn't a content moderation issue. This is whether a platform can be held criminally responsible for what its AI tools enable users to create. The raid collected evidence of how X's algorithms promote this content and how the company has allegedly ignored or facilitated the spread of this illegal material. Now, this sets a major precedent. If French prosecutors can prove complicity, it could fundamentally change how AI companies are held accountable. Musk has been in ongoing battles with European regulators over content moderation, but this is different. This is criminal investigation territory. The big question here is the line between providing a tool and being responsible for what people do with that tool. French authorities just drew their line and it includes raiding offices. So yeah, I'll continue to follow this story as it continues to develop. All right, our last story of the day. 341 malicious packages were uploaded to OpenClaw's official marketplace in under a week. OpenClaw, formerly known as MoltBot, formerly known as ClawdBot, is this brand new AI assistant platform that lets users install skills to add new capabilities. Think of it like browser extensions, but for your AI assistant. And just like browser extensions, that open model creates a massive security risk. These malicious skills looked legitimate. They had normal names, descriptions, and appeared to add useful features, but once installed, they deployed Atomic Stealer on macOS and various keyloggers on Windows. If you're familiar with Atomic Stealer, this targets specifically passwords, cryptocurrency wallets, browser data, and authentication tokens. Yeah, this is a new attack surface, folks. As AI assistants become more powerful, attackers are going to target the extension marketplaces that make them useful. And this kind of goes back to what I was saying earlier. The trust model is the vulnerability. Users assume that if it's from the official marketplace, it's been vetted, but apparently not. Especially with this volume, it's apparent that that's not happening. Now, OpenClaw has since removed the malicious packages, but the damage is done. Anybody who installed these skills in the last week-long window is compromised. So my advice to anyone playing around with OpenClaw, if you're using AI assistants with skills derived from marketplaces, treat them like browser extensions. Be selective, check the reviews, and understand that anything you install has access to your data. So stay vigilant, folks. With that said, that wraps up today's stories. This is Andy Thompson signing off.